afternoon. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me today. Really looking forward to this one. So I will hand over to you. So could you tell me your name, where you live, and a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, no problem. Hi, my name is Chloe Ching. I'm 26 years old, and I was born and currently live in Surrey, Frimley to be exact. A little bit about me. So I'm quite a dynamic, bubbly individual. I love things like this where I get to chat with people, whether that's a client, a podcast, or anyone like that. I think it's just such a great way to get to know people. I generally love all that sort of things. Little things also that I like. I love the cinema, things like that. I love films, but yeah, I'm just a 26-year-old looking to explore and create new adventures, really.
Lovely, and we'll come back onto that when we talk about hobbies and interests in a bit. So,
Yeah.
look, you're in a situation where you were started apprenticeship about 6 months in, and your current employer has gone into liquidation. So you're kind of you're paused, your apprenticeship's been paused, we just need to find you an employer. So I thought this was a great way of doing this. So just because we're going to be sharing this video with potential employers, could you share your experience and skills that you got within marketing and content?
Yeah, so even before I did my apprenticeship with the company that I was with, I've always actually been really interested in marketing. So when I was on my gap year, it was with a drama training provider. I actually did their social media for them. So I did their Twitter, their Facebook, um, Instagram, but also looked at their website. And that's where I kind of really got into the marketing sort of, oh, I really quite enjoy this. And then we worked at Boots, and the beauty of Boots is we were in a shopping centre and we had a marketing company in the shopping centre.
Hmm.
So one of the real things I liked about that was connecting with that marketing company to like do the offers that we had in store and really get our names out there that I really enjoyed. And then I just realised, you know what, retail's kind of not for me. I was an actor in my past life and I really wanted an actual 9 to 5 career job. I've had my fun, but
Yeah.
now I really want to actually buckle down on this. And then when COVID happened, unfortunately, everything went online. But I took that as an opportunity with my own Instagram to actually connect with businesses and create content. So I worked with some really awesome clients like Shein, Estee Lauder, Maybelline, L'Oreal. And that was sort of my momentum of starting in marketing through creating those content, mostly reels, photos, and the occasional actually going to an event. So I really enjoyed that. And I thought, you know what, actually, I really want to do marketing and I really want to take this seriously. And I'm pretty much self-taught to a certain respect, but I thought I actually want to learn from the best of the best. So
Yeah.
I then started an apprenticeship in January with a company in Guildford. Was really enjoying it. I had so much. I was like a sponge. I absorbed everything that they threw my way.
Amazing.
And then unfortunately they did go into liquidation, which was annoying because it was like, damn, I'm really enjoying this and I'm enjoying learning. But oh god, I did so much. So we did paid social. So quite a few of our clients were really into paid social, whether that be on
Yeah.
Google, Meta, TikTok. We also did, oh gosh, we did so much. We did Spotify, Reddit as well. We then did SEO, so Google on SEO, so search engine optimization. We also did email marketing. I really enjoyed email marketing to the point that actually they just let me do it. They were like, you can do it every month, our monthly newsletter. I was like, yay! So I could be creative and enjoy that. We also did UGC and influencer. So we had a few clients that wanted to work with those particular people. And then I kind of said to my line manager, I was like, I know this one, don't worry, I can take over. So we sent like briefs to the creators. I worked with different platforms like Twirl. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. And we also had a podcast, and I started to edit the podcast, so the audio, and we were going to move on to video before unfortunately went into liquidation. So I was pretty much a sponge for 6 months and just absorbed everything I could. But I
Wow.
really did enjoy it. And the
Well,
beauty of,
a
yeah,
sponge that's well and truly grown in those 6 months, isn't it?
yeah.
But with regards to kind of, you've done a lot of kind of social, so you've done kind of social outreach,
Mhm.
PPC and SEO, kind of web, kind of blogging and content. But with regards to kind of content and design stuff, have you had much kind of experience with like Canva or Adobe and stuff like that?
Yep, so we used Adobe at at the agency I was with. So we use that to edit the podcasts. But for myself, mostly I use my mobile, because when I do create my own content, I film it on my mobile. So I have a few different apps on my phone. So I have Canva, which is absolute blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I agree.
It's great. It's so accessible to people as well. So even if you're like not massively confident, it's really easy and quick to pick up. I also have CapCut for videos. So if I'm making a reel, so we'll use CapCut. Facetune as well. So if there's any particular photo editing, maybe a background imperfection or something like that, we can then use Facetune for that. When I was at college as well, we used Photoshop, so Adobe Photoshop. So I created campaigns as part of my coursework in fragrance. So we had like a task where we had to create an advert that either conformed or went against a particular representation. So I conformed to the representation of beauty in floral fragrance. So I did a whole campaign that I linked back to Gucci, all that. It was really fun. So I actually got to use the camera as well. So I had sessions where I'd be taught how to use a professional camera, as well as actually having the Photoshop in college as well, which is brilliant. But yeah, I also use my mobile as well, which is great, because I've got a quite decent camera on my phone. I was quite keen to have a camera with a phone with a good camera for that particularly. So yeah.
Look, wow. I tell you what, honestly, but the one thing you can definitely see that you're passionate about this, because you're smiling from ear to ear, which is fantastic. And exuding that confidence and finding people like yourself and getting more women in tech is definitely what we're about. So look, you could potentially, you can kind of go, right, don't know what, forget the apprenticeship, I'm going to go out there and get a full-time job and just going to kind of see if I can get a marketing exec role. But clearly we want to get you a qualification. So why do you think the apprenticeship is probably the best route for you to start this career?
Yeah, so I'm a firm believer that knowledge is power, and with that knowledge you can then take that to so many different dimensions. So even when I was in retail, so I had a retail background, I had to learn the joys of retail, what that meant, and then as I progressed up the chain to management of retail, I was learning, and without that learning and that providing, I wouldn't have known what to do in my role. So actually I believe that training is fundamentally within all of us, regardless of what you might want in life, whether that is to be in the tech sector, to be in retail, or to be in digital marketing. And I personally love to be surrounded with people who are very like-minded and passionate like me, who are going to not only see the strengths in me that I currently have, but also are going to push those strengths even further. And doing an apprenticeship is actually, that's going to be the way to go, because you have a mentor who is 100% behind your back constantly, who wants you to succeed and wants to support you to do the best that you can do. And being around that energy and learning from the best of the best is the best way forward. I'm also a believer that learning on the job is also the best way to go, because it gives you experience at the same time. So again, being in retail, it was very hands-on. And that's how I learned, through the muscle memory. And it's the same when I was on that 6-month apprenticeship. It was muscle memory of going, oh yes, that platform, I have no experience of that platform at the time, but now that I've used it every single week to do optimization reports to the particular client, I'm like, yep, I know how Meta works now, Meta Business. And so knowledge is the power, which is why apprenticeships are something that I'm really passionate about.
Fabulous. Well, look, right. We get this video out there, we go and get you in front of employers. You're going to be working in as an apprenticeship within a marketing team, but clearly working in a team, have you got, do you want to share any experience you've got with working as a team, or maybe some customer service stuff?
Yeah, so I've got two sort of different pathways for this. So when I used to be an actor, it's all about working as a team and being in an ensemble with them. And when you're creating a piece from scratch, it's all about the team effort. So you're not just the actor on the stage, you also could be the costume designer, you could be the sound engineer, you could be this and that and the other. And to communicate with all these people to create that art is something that is really fundamental to be an actor. And also with retail, to a certain degree, retail is like a performance art, because when you have that customer service interaction, you are trying to be the best version of yourself for not only the brand you're representing that you're working with, but also to provide that best customer experience. So I've had about 4 to 5 years of retail experience, which has been very face on customer service. And then I went up to management for 2 years at a particular institution. And even when I was in management, it was very face on. I was running around that shop floor, helping my team, supporting my team, being that team player and leading by the example, because if they don't see me do it, they're not going to do it. So I do believe that actually working as a team is so important, especially when you have got tasks and goals and KPIs that you do need to meet. But also as well, I think when we have had like lockdown and things like that, we forget about communication with people.
Yeah.
So when you do have that team feeling around you, you know, I wanted personally to get involved with it, and I just love learning off people. Like I'm saying earlier, I was that sponge, so I always like try and vibe off people's energies and learn, but also as well to be sort of that role model and example when I was a team leader and was teaching people and training people how to do certain things. And, you know, I did want to lead by example. So yeah, I've had quite a few different routes of working in a team.
Brilliant. So you've definitely ticked that box. So two quick fire questions then to finish up today's interview. So outside of work, what do you like to, how do you unwind? What's your hobbies and interests?
Oh, so you know, I do love a good massage. I know it seems a bit, but I love it. Like I've got a massage pillow, and you know, I'm really much about like your inner zen. And if you look after yourself, both mentally and physically, you're going to produce the best version of yourself, and that's even at work and just in your general day-to-day life. So I do love that sort of meditation, relaxation, but also as well, I am very active. I like being busy, so whether that is going to visit a city for 2 days, so I might do a little trip to London for 2 days, or jump on the Eurostar or something like that, and you know, just experiencing culture and being around people, especially someone of my age. That's really important to me. It helps you grow as a person. I'm a massive foodie. I do love going to a restaurant or a cafe.
So do I. What's your favourite cuisine?
Oh my god, so I love Italian. But I do also just like, I'm a sweet tooth girl. So if you put a bit of cake in front of me, I'm very happy. Very happy. And cheese. I love cheese. There's this amazing place in London that has basically like Yo Sushi, but it's a cheese conveyor belt.
Yeah, and you've lost me there. I absolutely hate cheese. So,
that's all right. I'll forgive you. But I do love that. I love going to the cinema. Again, it's just with that acting background, watching visual art come to life. That's one of the escapism that you can have. Really enjoy that. But yeah.
Lovely. And then last question, just to end it on a bit of fun. Is there any like an interesting fact or something fun about yourself that, you know, your potential employers would like to know?
You know what, so many people I know have difficulty asking this question, but I am a little box of tricks, I am. So I've got so many little fun facts that people are like, what? So my first sort of main fun fact at the moment is that I'm the current reigning Miss Unique United Kingdom. So this year, I've got a crown and everything. So I took the plunge this year. I was approached by a regional director of Miss Great Britain who was like, we love the charity work that you do and we love the community spirit that you have. Have you thought about pageantry? And I'm thinking, I've never done this before. Like, please break any like stereotypes and stigmas. I'd love to have a conversation with you about this. And I actually loved it. I loved the friendships I created. I loved the charity and giving back element. It was so much fun. So I entered Miss Great Britain, and even though I didn't win the title, I actually won Miss Publicity Surrey, which is not bad for your first attempt. And then Miss Unique approached me, and I just thought, why not? Let's give it a go. I really enjoyed the first one, and I went in the whole thing. So I've got a lovely crown and sash where I get to go to charity events and speak with amazing people in the community, reach out to local MPs and mayors, try and make a difference. And also within that, I'm a cancer research ambassador as well. So it fits very well within the pageant community and the spirit of advocacy for charity. So yeah.
Look, Chloe, I think you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said you're a little box of tricks. Treats, and I totally agree with you. But look, just want to say, look, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I'm so glad that I've been introduced to you, and I want to do my darndest to see if I can get you back out there and get you to finish your apprenticeship. So all I'll leave this by saying is that thank you very much for allowing me to record this, and let's see if we can go and get you back into the wonderful world of work to complete your apprenticeship. Thank you so much for today,
Thank
Chloe.
you so much for having me. Thank you.